Land grabbing in the Philippines dates back to the Spanish colonial period, when indigenous lands were taken and given to colonial institutions. In 1971, the Department of Agrarian Reform was established to address these problems, followed by the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program in 1988. However, the implementation of these programs was heavily protested and largely ineffective at their stated goal. Currently, land grabbing in the Philippines is done for one of a few main purposes: tourism, real estate, resource extraction, and agriculture. Many of the institutions doing the land grabbing are even doing it for environmentalist purposes, such as ecotourism, nature reserves, and biofuel production. Local farmers have little to no legal protections, with the land mostly controlled by large landlords and corporations, and political violence is far from unheard of. By the time the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program ended in 2014, there were over 120 political prisoners across the Philippines related to protests against land grabs, according to Centra, an organization that provides legal services to these farmers, and 664 farmers were killed. Now, land grabbing is an issue not just in the Philippines, but all around the globe. At minimum, all colonial nations have been involved with land grabbing at some point in history, and these effects linger to the present day, often in the form of modern land grabbing. In Brazil, lawmakers are attempting to legalize land grabs in the Amazon after the fact. Such efforts have been present since 2005, but the current administration is acting much more aggressively on the matter. Much of Africa is subject to land grabs, including Ethiopia and Sudan. Between 2004 and 2013, in terms of hectares, Sudan had more land grabbed than any other nation surveyed at the time, a problem only accelerated by the loss of oil revenue from the secession of South Sudan. Ethiopia has water-rich land that nations like Saudi Arabia and India lease for their own food production, to the detriment of local populations. And it's easy to look at land grabbing as only an issue in the global south, but even European countries like Romania have to deal with multinational corporations and foreign investors buying up their most fertile farmland with little regard for the local people.